Hey guys, Tomboy601, and today we're taking a look at the shores and how it and other Russian cruisers might just be a very powerful counter to aircraft carriers. We're going to be talking about that today, but next, let's go ahead and talk about comment of the day. We don't have one today. It's a family member's birthday, so I'm having to pre-record this a little bit earlier than usual, so I don't really have a comment of the day. I'm so sorry, but not to worry. We will always have one the next time for the next video. Anyways, shores, we're playing in the airstrike mode right now. We end up coming up against pretty much all of the human players on this team, so we're just going to go ahead and enjoy taking them out here. Fuso pops up, we're going to hide behind this island. But anyways, my idea is I think shores, and more specifically, a commander with intuitive, and for the Russians, that's both Kuznetsov and Makarov, can be really, really powerful counters to aircraft carriers. And that's because of intuitive. At the end of the game, or in the middle of the game, you can easily go hunting for the aircraft carrier because you can tell where the nearest ship is with intuitive. The easiest thing would be to use these Russian cruisers simply because both of the commanders do have intuitive. The other option is if you are lucky enough to have Einstein with the American cruisers. They could be also just as deadly at this, but I'm going for something that more people are going to have the ability and the option to do, and that is going to be these Russian cruisers. Anyway, Fuso, we go ahead, set him afire. We're going to be using this island for cover as long as we can. We are spotted, which tells us there is someone else nearby that can see us. Fuso letting out a shot, and we're going to go ahead full forward and try to dodge as many of those shells as we can. And thankfully, he goes ahead and fires up short. We set a fire on him, and he has, it looks like 3 fires going. So we're doing some decent damage to him, and we see another ship pop up right on over there. Then he disappears, and we just now know that we're going to have to be careful. We are spotted. He pops up his spotting plane. We don't have ours, of course. We are rolling with the shore's radar just because of how useful radar can be in this game with everything. We're going to go ahead and pop our way around the other side of the island just to see who we can start taking shots at, because we know there's ships going there. We know they're coming around that island. We might as well get lined up. We get spotted, which tells us we're going to probably be in for a little bit of hurt as we come around here. Start turning out. Fuso right on over there. He takes away. He fires his full salvo at us. We return the favor, and we start trying to turn out just to try to dodge. Couple shots land. Miyoko pops up, and he is going broadside. Miyoko very weak on that side armor, so we're going to go ahead and switch on over to AP because it looks like he isn't going to be trying to turn in. He's just going to be giving us broadside. We're going to kind of hold tail and try to retreat back behind this island, limit the angles that we can be fired on, and we're just going to start firing away. We get 2 fires by the Miyoko. Miyoko having that really high fire start chance, and we're just going to start popping up, and Akatsuki pops on up right here, and he is close range, which means we are going to try to fire those torps and see what we can do. Fuso, we're having trouble with the auto target there. Miyoko is full broadside on us now. Fire away, he drops spot, but we see him, and we're going to fire our radar because we want to be able to see all of the ships that are in this close range. We go ahead and let an AP salvo fly in the Akatsuki, get some decent, switch over to HE just because we know we're going to get probably some better damage with it. Salvo away there. 6,000 damage done. He lets go. We have our sonar going because we know he's going to let torpedoes go. We see them coming in on us. One more salvo, and he is left with a slither of health. Are we going to be able to finish it in time? No. Are we? Yes. Yes, we are. Thought that those planes were going to steal our kill. Miyoko still back there. We can spot him. We kind of have to sail straight here or else we're going to turn into those torpedoes, and we definitely do not want that. Switch back to AP because we know we can still get some decent penetration on the Miyoko. And he goes ahead, gets hit with a couple of torps by the fighter planes right there. Good for him hitting a human player with torps. Good on our carrier pilot. Anyways, we go ahead, fire away. Now we're going to have to blind fire, kind of get ready. We hit the Citadel right there. That's what we like to see. He's almost dead. He fires at us, pops back up, and we let what will probably be the final salvo go. And he is knocked out. Knock 2 human players out in what would usually be a full boss match. Next up is the Fuso. In this point, it's kind of time to play tactically. We are down 2 objectives, and that Fuso has committed to going around the long side over there. Also, if we look behind us, we do have about 3 ships about to engage the Fuso. So I think it is our turn to start kind of holding tail and run. They do only have 2 ships left. This Fuso and the aircraft carrier. And as we alluded to in the beginning of this video, we want to kind of hunt down the aircraft carrier to limit his ability, and that's just what we're going to do. Torpedoes right there. I don't know who those are from. Those might have been from the Miyoko, just those long-range torps. Of course, we don't have those. Anyways, we're going to continue the opposite side of the island. We know our team will happily damage out this guy, and we're going to use the cruiser to its full advantage, get up to full speed. Cruisers, of course, initially designed to cruise areas and find enemy ships, and that's what we're going to do. Just keeping an eye on the Fuso, see if we ever do get the prompt that says, hey, you're going to be able to get an angle to fire on him. Most likely not going to happen, but we also know that right now, according to our spotter, he is the closest ship, and we want to begin to use intuitive to navigate us towards a different ship. So we want to start maximizing that distance from us to him, and that's just what we're going to do. We also kind of want to spend a little bit extra time in this circle just because we want to get the full cap on it. Still don't have it. Take those couple shots just to see if maybe it was wrong. Turns out computer was right. We cannot hit him, but we will take it anyways. We're going to slow down here just a little because we want to get the cap, get those extra XP points. Also, by the way, guys, sneak peek, sneak little hint right here. If you need to grind any tier 5 or tier 6 ships, now is the time to do it. Airstrike mode gives you full XP as if you're playing against humans, even when you're playing against bots. So if you have those terrible ships that you're just not a fan of, I'm looking at you, Colorado, you can now go ahead, head into the airstrike mode, use this week to get through those ships that you are not a huge fan of. Fuso, long range there, we take a couple of shots on him, and now he is eliminated. Once he's eliminated, we get intuitive to flip on over to the battleship. This is going to be one of the downsides to intuitive, is going to be just getting far enough away from other ships in order to be able to activate it on the aircraft carriers, especially if the carriers are going to be the hide and seek kind of aircraft carriers. The one other kind of solution I have found is if you follow the bombers or the planes back. They tend to take a rather straight line on their return trip, so you can, of course, kind of see after a plane makes a bombing run, what direction, what heading it's on, because if you follow that heading, you are most likely going to run in to that aircraft carrier, and that's just what you want to do. You want to find that aircraft carrier and go ahead and eliminate him, and that's just what we're going to do coming up here. Of course, aircraft carriers have a very decent concealment rating, so the ships that you do use to hunt the carriers, you do want to have a decent speed on them, just because you are going to have to cross most likely open water if they are one of these carriers that likes to hide on the back wall. Of course, I hope later on the meta develops where it's going to be more smart for them to play closer to the island. That's just how I play, because the way I think about it is the more planes you can get in the air, the shorter flight time. It's a higher rate of fire for your plane, so you have a better chance of doing more damage. But, you know, we live and we learned, and right now that's how it is. Anyways, Ranger pops up, American. We're going to go ahead and start firing that HE at him and start whittling him down. We've found him, and we are going to secure the kill because he's pretty much defenseless. He's all the way in the back, taking a Citadel with HE, which is abnormal and really, really cool. Anyways, guys, that's been my hints and tips and tricks on the best way to hunt down aircraft carriers. I hope you like this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya.